Assalamu alaikum. I hope you are fine. Welcome back to MLS Online Virtual Classroom. My dear students, we are on chapter number 1, landforms. In previous lectures, we learned about different landforms like river, mountains, plateaus, etc. In today's lecture, we would be learning about springs, rapids, and another topic would be introduced that is known as natural vegetation. Under this heading, we would be learning deserts, oases, and desert vegetation. Now let's start formally with the lecture. The first term we are learning is spring. Now the question is, what is a spring? The earth's surface absorbs rainwater. When this water is in abundance, then it starts flowing on the surface. Basically, our earth absorbs the water which is brought by the rain, and this water, when exceeds its limit, when it is in abundance means in a larger amount, then it starts flowing on the surface. And the water of the spring is healthy for drinking. You can cook within this water, you can drink it, but yes, if the mineral content of this water is really high, then it is not suitable for drinking. In that regard, you may use it for cooking, for bathing, or you can use it in washing clothes. Let's see what is the next term which we are going to learn. It is rapids. If we generally look at this word's literal meaning, rapid means quickly. For example, we know about rapid fire, where you are asked certain questions very quickly and you have to reply as soon as possible. In the same manner, rapid means something that is to be done quickly, and it means when a river flows downstream through rocks and cliffs, the water comes down with great speed and force. This section of river is known as a rapid. First of all, rapid is not something else, it is the part of the river. When the river is flowing down through a mountain or rocky area, so in that area, when it is flowing, it comes down with a greater force, with a higher speed, and with a sudden pressure. So during that mountainous area from where it is flowing, that particular section of river is known as rapid. As you can see in this picture, now this is the river flowing. Now this is a mountainous or rocky area. Now when it would be flowing from this side, it would come with a greater speed, with a higher pressure. Now this section of the river would be known as rapid, and it is dangerous to swim or sail boat because here the speed is very high and there is a certain pressure of water which is dangerous. Next we have natural vegetation. Now what does natural vegetation mean? It is a plant community which has grown naturally. The plants which are grown naturally, we do not cultivate them. For instance, we cultivate mangoes, we cultivate wheat, we cultivate rice. So these are the plants or vegetation which we do by our own. But the plants which are cultivated by Allah Almighty, that are present naturally, that grow naturally, is known as natural vegetation. Under the natural vegetation, we have the example, for example, deserts. Now desert is an area where there's lesser chances of growing crops or natural vegetation. And similarly, if we look at the forest, in forest there is a lot of greenery, a lot of bunches of trees and herbs and shrubs. So in desert, there is natural vegetation is lesser in quantity, while in forest it is much in a larger amount. So the physical surface of land has a variety of vegetations. The natural vegetation in different areas is different. There is a lot of variety, and the reasons behind this variation is climate, terrain, and soil. According to the climate, the certain vegetation is in a particular area, and due to a cold climate in a certain area, their vegetation would be different, and it also depends on soil as well. So first of all, we would be doing desert. Now what is desert? It is a land surface that is dry and hot. As you can see in this picture, desert in Urdu is known as Sahara, and a desert is a land surface that is dry as well as hot. It means there is no water, or there is lesser water, and there is no rain as well, and it gets little or no rainwater at all. And largest desert in the world is known as Sahara Desert, and this must be on your fingertips as it can be asked in any objective, or it is a general information which you must be aware of. The largest desert in the world is known as Sahara Desert, while Gobi is the largest desert in China. The largest desert of China is Gobi. Deserts in Pakistan. Largest desert is found in Balochistan. The largest desert of Pakistan is basically found in Balochistan, and the desert region in southeast. Now, in this regard, what I have to do that I would show you certain directions. My dear students, we all know about directions here is east, west, north, and south. Now the writer is saying that desert region is in southeast. Now the this is, for example, this direction is in Pakistan, so the southeast would be the area over here. This is south, this is east. Now this area is southern eastern area of Pakistan, and if we look in the map of Pakistan and southern eastern area, we have Sindh and a slighter part of Balochistan is there. So it means that the desert region of Pakistan is in southeast. It means that the desert region is in Sindh and Balochistan. The desert in Sindh is known as Great Indian Desert. Third desert is in Sindh and it is known as one of the Great Indian Desert, and its part that is extended to Punjab is known as Cholistan. Now Thar and Cholistan both are deserts and they are kind of part of one desert, but the part of this desert which is in Sindh is known as Thar, and the part of it which is in Punjab, that is known as Cholistan. Let's move forward. Desert is covered with wind-swept piles of sand forming little hills known as dunes. Now, what happens that due to high wind or storm, the piles of wind are formed. The piles of sands are formed, and those sand piles of sands are in shape of a small hills or cliffs, and those are known as dunes. And there are water storing plants as well. In deserts there are lesser vegetation, or you can say green plants, but whatever is available there, they store water. As we have the example of cactus, whenever there is rain, the cactus absorbs all the water and stores in it. So whenever a person is traveling through this area, they try to search the plants of cactus and cut it out and drink water from it. The next term which we are going to learn is oasis. Now oasis is a fertile area in the desert. As we read from the slide, there are fertile areas in the desert where water collect from the ground, streams or spring. Around the oasis there is a vegetation of grassland and date palms. The weather of the desert changes each day as it is hot and dry in the day and cools down in night considerably. Now if we look at this picture, now this is whole area of desert, and certain how the area where the water is found, and its sideline we can see there is greenery, herbs are there, date and palm trees are there. So the fertile area of a desert is known as oasis, and the temperature of the desert changes. In the day it is really dry and hot, and at the night time it is colder as compared to daytime. Now we would be learning that what is being grown in this area. Now in desert vegetation, the animals that survive this harsh climate are insects, reptiles, birds, and mice. These are the animals which are able to survive in desert. As you can see their pictures as well. One important thing whenever you study about desert must be the camel. The camel, which is known as the ship of the desert. If you know, we in Urdu we call it Sehra ka Jahaz. So the camel is known as the ship of the desert, and the reason is that camels are used as transport to carry people and goods, as they can travel for many miles on soft sand and without water. As in deserts water is not available, so it is very difficult to travel with horses, donkeys or some other beast of burden. So ultimately the most suitable option we have is camel, because camel does not need water as compared to other animals. It needs water, but its limit is lesser than others. The reason behind is that they store water in their humps. In their hump they store water. This is why they are able to stay without water for many days. To stop the camel's long eyelashes protect its eyes from sand during a sandstorm. There are two reasons. The first one is that the camels store water in humps, so they can easily travel along that area of desert, and the second reason is that their long eyelashes protect them from sandstorm. They can protect their eyes by closing it with their lashes, so ultimately they are safe from the sandstorm. So that is the reason that camels are being used in deserts, and they are known as ships of desert. Now the habitants of desert mean the people who live in desert. The people who are living in the desert are known as habitants of desert. The people who live in the desert are sturdy. Traveling is difficult as there are few trees and areas to rest. Now sturdy means strong. So the people who live in the desert are really strong. Why? Because traveling in that area is really difficult and still they live over there. So it means they are really strong. They lived in tents in the past, but now they have developed towns and cities. In ancient times, when they were living in desert, what they used to do that they lived in tents, but now they have developed proper towns and cities in this area. Now, my dear students, your homework is that you have to read the description of above learned landforms and natural vegetation from page number 4, 5, 6, and 7. The above given landforms are covered in these page numbers. What you have to do, you have to read them from those page numbers and memorize them as well. My dear students, if you have any query, you may ask in the chat box down below.